We're on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman as we turn now back to Ferguson, where residents are continuing to demand the arrest of the white police officer who shot dead unarmed black teenager Michael Brown. The reaction to Brown's death focused global attention on the racial divide in counties in and surrounding St. Louis, Missouri. Now a new report may help explain why residents' mistrust of police runs so deep. It shows how a large part of the revenue for these counties comes from fines paid by black residents who are disproportionately targeted for traffic stops and other low-level offenses. In Ferguson, the fines are actually the city's second largest source of income. We'll talk with the author of the report in a minute, but first, this is one of the St. Louis area residents Democracy Now! Interviewed Monday as he waited in line to attend Michael Brown's funeral.
I'm George Fields, and I'm here for Mike Brown, and mostly for all black men walking down the street stuck in, not being able to go out in the county, seriously, sir, because we like city is a little more lenient with ticket values and stuff, and we have just been ticketed over much over there, and then it leads to other crimes, you know, and ticket costs you $50 a ticket, right, but you have to pay bond, you have to be in jail 3 days and stuff and like that. It's just too much, and then past Goodfellow city lines, they tow your car automatically, you know. So they don't have no leniency in the county with the county police at all, for real. If you check the records, everybody that passed Goodfellow here at the city line get pulled over dramatically. And then it's just a kind of push off against, you know, systematically against blacks, for real. If you look at the statistics, it shows you. It's just a little too much when you get pulled over for menial things. You have to go through too much to get out, and you lose your jobs and whatnot, you know, for a $50 ticket and pull over. You cannot go in the county. I'm fearful of the county. I've been stuck in the city for 6 or 7 years because the county has been that bad. My kids stay in the county. I can't see them. I got to sneak to see my kids. I have to sneak to see my kids because my plate might be bad or something. You know, I'm poor, and I'm trying to drive around to get better. But, you know, they won't ticket you. They just take your stuff immediately. You know, if you check it, the whole thing is ready. You know, every time.
This ticketing is a systemic targeting of African Americans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They know it, and Lord knows it too. Yes, sir. That is correct. You said it out your mouth. That's correct. You know, I can't go nowhere past the city lines because the city works with me on paying. They don't. They just cut you off automatically. I pray that they'll change. Amen.
That was George Fields, one of the St. Louis area residents who attended Michael Brown's funeral, speaking with Democracy Now!'s Aaron Mate right before he stepped into the church to attend the funeral. Well, on Tuesday, a group of attorneys with the group Arch City Defenders attended a city council meeting in Ferguson and asked the mayor to grant clemency to residents with fines for low-level, nonviolent offenses. We're joined now by Thomas Harvey, executive director of Arch City Defenders and co-author of their new report, which has been widely cited, including a stunning chart in Monday's New York Times that shows how Ferguson issued, on average, nearly 3 warrants per household last year, the highest number of warrants in the state relative to its size. Thomas Harvey, welcome to Democracy Now! Explain what is happening in Ferguson.
Good morning, Amy. Thank you for having me. So in Ferguson and the surrounding municipalities, there is a substantial amount of income that's derived from these low-level ordinance violations. These are the least significant, lowest-level contact with the justice system. They are typically traffic tickets, moving violations, and as a system, as a structural problem, these revenue from these municipal courts can represent either the second or third highest source of income for the municipality. Ferguson, it's $2.7 million a year. In neighboring Florissant, the adjacent municipality, it's $3 million a year. It's a line item on a budget, and enforcement of the laws and ticketing and fine amounts are in keeping with the expectation that that income is going to come in to fund the city. And our clients believe that they are targeted initially because they're black, and then they are harassed, and they are exploited because they are poor, and it has led to a level of distrust between the community and law enforcement that you saw manifested in some of the protests in the last 2 weeks. I'm not trying to say that traffic tickets are the reason people are on the streets of Ferguson, but it's certainly a contributing factor when you've got the tragedy with Michael Brown, and the very same people that my clients believe are targeting them because they're members of a community of color and then exploiting them because they're poor, are now asking them for patience and trust and promising to get to the right answer involving the shooting. And our clients are skeptical, and as the audio clip you just played reveals, it doesn't take much for someone in this community to move to tell you that in St. Louis County this is a real problem.